In the beginning of the year, I made a New Year resolution to work on my watch collection. I think my endgame would be to have 3 main watches in my collection, or at least 3 to 5 main watches in my collection. What I discovered over the years of the watch collecting is the more watches you have in the collection, the tougher the choice is. Then eventually you find watches in the collection that you don't even wear and you feel guilty about that. It's like, why you having this certain watch in the collection and not even using it? You pay money for the thing and it's just sitting there in a drawer. And then eventually it feels like you just wasted money on that watch. Is it the same for you or just me? Anyway, it's only passed a few months since a new year and I think I got it. I think I get to the point when I have 5 main watches in my collection right now. So let's see what I've got. First I will start with my Grail watch, the watch that I wanted for a really long time, the Rolex Explorer 2 Polar 16570. This is the watch that I wanted for a very long time. But recently my desire was overshadowed by the new Rolex Explorer 36. And the Explorer is awesome and I'd love to have it in my collection. But I think that this Explorer 2 is much better watch for me. I love the design, the size is perfect, it's stated as a 40mm watch, but when I measured it seems more like 39mm case size. It actually looks smaller than my Tudor Black Bay 58. The watch has a date and GMT function, the 2 most needed functions for me. And as I said, this watch can be easily my one watch collection. This watch embodies simplicity, function, variability and vintage vibe. So here it is, my Grail watch. The next watch would be another very well-known model and the sister brand to the Rolex, Tudor. This is my Tudor Black Bay 58 Blue. This watch also needs no introduction. The Tudor Black Bay 58 is a very popular watch in the watch community and rightfully so. I have had my Black Bay 58 Blue for more than a year already and it's been great. When I first tried this model at a store, I fell in love with the design and the proportions. The watch being modern has the vintage vibe to it. The model was pretty hyped and it was hard to buy one from an AD. When I bought it, it quickly became one of my favorite watches and I was wearing it a lot. The design and the case size is perfect. I tried wearing this watch on different straps, but I returned it to the bracelet. I truly think that this is one of the best modern everyday watches you can buy. And another watch is my Amiga Seamaster Railmaster. I have it on a leather strap, but the watch came on a bracelet. I quickly changed it to straps and I was wearing this watch mostly on different straps. But the bracelet is still there and I think at some point during summertime I would return this watch to a bracelet. So my relationship with this Amiga Seamaster Railmaster started when I first tried it at the store. This is a relatively simple looking watch. But for some reason I liked it a lot. I had other watches on my radar, but pretty often I was coming to the pictures of the watch I took at the dealer store. I loved seeing these pictures and I loved how it was on my wrist. After about a year, I ended up getting this model. I think this is one of the most weird and unusual Amiga watches in the modern catalog. It is fully brushed with no polished parts at all. It is waterproof to 150 meters and it has a screw-down crown. The case size is 40mm and it is quite comfortable on the wrist. All these characteristics makes this model a true tool watch. I look at it as a field and everyday casual watch. It is actually also fully capable for adventurous activities like camping, hiking, skiing, and so on. The next watch is this Cartier tank. This is a Cartier tank mast large model. This is my long-term dream. I was thinking about the Cartier tank for quite some time. Last year I decided to give it a go and bought this Cartier tank mast large. Since then the retail of this watch went up 2 or 3 times. It is not a solar bead model, just a regular quartz. The Cartier promised that the battery will last for about 7 years, which is great. When I got this watch I was surprised how small it was on my wrist. I thought that the large model would be, well, larger. But I think it is the right size for such a classy watch. As much as I wanted this watch so much, I don't wear it very often. I guess I don't find too many occasions to wear it. So as of right now, my wife wearing this watch almost every day, and she loves it. So I guess I can't consider them as a part of my collection anymore, right? Maybe I would have to settle with GOC Reversa in the future. I don't know. I still love this watch. I think it is incredible, timeless watch that you can have for many years to come. But for me, it's not your typical everyday watch. And it doesn't mean you can't wear it every day, but for me, it's not your proper everyday watch. And the last watch I'm gonna be talking about today is uh, my my recent acquisition, which I was surprised by. I wasn't planning to buy this watch. I wasn't planning to get this watch, but it ended up with me. It is this IWC Mark 18 discontinued model Liberty Prince. This watch was the most unusual and unexpected purchase for me. I am a big fan of IWC watches, but for some reason I was never seriously considered IWC for myself, maybe because they generally too big for my wrist. And then I got this little Prince model for review, and I could not get it out of my head. The watch is not perfect, and actually this is one of the quirkiest watches in my collection. The size is a bit on a bigger side for my wrist, but I love the design. I love the deep blue dial that turns black in a certain light. I love that this is a Little Prince model. I have a certain sentiment attached to this story. I will make a full review of this watch soon, so stay tuned for it. So this is my 5 watch collection. 4 of them I wear on everyday basis and enjoy a lot. The Cartier one I keep for a special occasion. Of course I have many other watches. You can check out the state of my collection video in the description. I'm still planning to trim my collection and sell watches that I don't wear, and I probably will keep 2 watches as a beater watches, like this Tech Heuer Quartz model, which I really love. I think it's a really great watch, and this G-Shock Bamford limited edition. Probably will keep these watches for the occasions when I don't have to worry about damaging the expensive watch. They are great. I love them too. Let me know what you think about this 5 watch collection that I have right now. What would be your ideal watch collection? Let me know in the comments down below as well. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye now and take care.